Hi everyone, in this video you'll learn what are CSS fonts and how they are used. Selecting the right font significantly influences how readers experience a website. An appropriate font can establish a strong brand identity. Choosing a font that is easy to read is crucial. The font enhances the value of your text. Additionally, selecting the correct color and text size for the font is important. The CSS font family property. In CSS, the font family property is used to specify the font for text within an element. If a font name consists of more than one word, it must be enclosed in quotation marks, like this. The font family property should include multiple font names as a fallback system to ensure maximum compatibility across different browsers and operating systems. Start with the preferred font and end with a generic family. If the preferred fonts are not available, the browser will use a similar font from the generic family. Generic font families. Generic font families in CSS are broad categories of fonts that help maintain consistent text appearance across different devices. Here you can see 5 generic font families in this code, along with their previews. This is a serif font. And here is its preview. This is a sans serif font. And here is its preview. This is a monospace font. And here is its preview. This is a cursive font. And here is its preview. This is a fantasy font. And here is its preview. CSS web-safe fonts. Web-safe fonts refer to fonts that are widely available across various operating systems and devices, ensuring consistent display and readability for web content. These fonts are considered safe choices because they are pre-installed on the majority of devices and are therefore more likely to render correctly for users. Best web-safe fonts for HTML and CSS are Arial sans serif, Verdana sans serif, Times New Roman serif, Georgia serif, Courier New monospace. Now we'll look at each font with an example. Arial sans serif. Arial is indeed a widely used font, especially for online and printed media. It's popular because of its readability and availability across different operating systems. You can assign this font to any HTML element using this code. And the preview will look like this. It's often chosen as a default font in many applications, including Google Docs, for its clarity and compatibility. Verdana sans serif. Verdana is a highly popular font known for its excellent readability, even at small sizes. You can assign this font to any HTML element using this code. And the preview will look like this. Times New Roman serif. Times New Roman is one of the most recognizable fonts globally, known for its professional appearance and widespread use in newspapers and news websites. You can assign this font to any HTML element using this code. And the preview will look like this. It is also the primary font for Windows devices and applications. Georgia serif. Georgia is an elegant serif font known for its excellent readability across different font sizes, making it an ideal choice for mobile-responsive design. You can assign this font to any HTML element using this code. And the preview will look like this. Courier New monospace. Courier New is the most widely used monospace serif font, frequently employed in coding displays. You can assign this font to any HTML element using this code. And the preview will look like this. It serves as the default font for many email providers and is the standard choice for movie screenplays. Note that before publishing your website, it's crucial to check how your fonts appear on different browsers and devices. Always use fallback fonts to ensure consistent text display. Fallback fonts. To ensure your text displays consistently across different browsers and operating systems, always include a list of similar backup fonts in the font family property. This allows the browser to try each font in the list until it finds one that is available. As you can see in this code, this is the primary font, and these are the fallback fonts, which will be applied in case the primary font is not available. Always end the list with a generic font family name to ensure a fallback option. As you can see in this code, CSS font style. The font style property is primarily used to specify italic text. This property has three values. Normal. This property value displays the text normally. As you can see here, italic. This property value displays the text in italics. As you can see here, oblique. This property value displays the text with a slant, which is similar to italic, but less widely supported. As you can see here, font weight. The font weight property in CSS is used to specify the weight or boldness of the font, which can be useful for emphasizing certain parts of your content. As you can see in this code, font weight normal shows the text with normal thickness. Font weight bold shows the text in bold format. Font weight 300 shows the text with light thickness. Font variant. The term font variant refers to a specific style variation within a typeface family. This includes different weights, styles, and other modifications like small caps, all caps, etc. As you can see in this code, font variant normal shows the text in normal format, and font variant small caps shows the text in small caps format. CSS font size. The font size property controls the size of the text. Managing text size is crucial in web design. However, avoid using font size adjustments to make paragraphs look like headings or vice versa. Always use the appropriate HTML tags, such as H1 to H6 for headings and P for paragraphs. The font size value can be an absolute or relative size. Absolute size sets the text to a specific size. Does not allow users to change the text size in all browsers, which is bad for accessibility. Useful when the physical size of the output is known. Relative size sets the size relative to surrounding elements. Allows users to change the text size in browsers. Note that by default, if you do not specify a font size, the default size for normal text, such as paragraphs, is typically 16 pixels, which is equivalent to 1 em. Font size with pixels. Using pixels to set the text size gives you precise control over the size of your text. As you can see here, font size of this heading is 30 pixels. Font size of this heading is 24 pixels. And font size of the paragraph element is 18 pixels. As you can see here, note that when you use pixels for font sizes like font size 16 pixels, you can still use the zoom tool in your browser to resize the entire page. Font size with em. To allow users to resize text using the browser menu, many developers use em instead of pixels. 1 em is equal to the current font size. The default text size in browsers is 16 pixels, so the default size of 1 em is 16 pixels. The size in pixels can be converted to em using the formula pixels divided by 16 equals em. As you can see here, font size of this heading is 1.875 em. Font size of this heading is 1.5 em. And the paragraph elements is 1.125 em. As you can see here, in this example, the text size in em is the same as the previous example in pixels. However, using em allows for the adjustment of text size in all browsers. Combination of % and em. The solution that works in all browsers is to set a default font size in % for the body element. As you can see in this code. Responsive font size. The text size can be set with a VW unit, which stands for viewport width. As you can see in this code, we have specified different font sizes in VW for these heading and paragraph elements. The viewport is the browser window size. 1 VW represents 1% of the viewport width. For example, If the viewport is 50 centimeters wide, 1 VW would be 0.5 centimeters. Google Fonts. If you prefer not to use any of the standard fonts available in HTML, you can use Google Fonts. Google Fonts are free to use and offer a selection of more than 1,000 fonts to choose from. To use Google Fonts, you can add a special style sheet link in the head section of your HTML document and then refer to the font in your CSS. As you can see in this code, we are using a link to the Roboto Google Font style sheet in the head section, and then referring to it using this font family property value in CSS. The preview of Roboto font looks like this. Here's an example of how to use the Poppins font from Google Fonts in your HTML document. As you can see in this code, we are using a link to the Poppins Google Font style sheet in the head section, and then referring to it using this font family property value in CSS. The preview of Poppins font looks like this. Multiple Google Fonts. To use multiple Google Fonts, simply separate the font names with a piped character. Like this. As you can see in this code, we are specifying Poppins font for this heading element, and Roboto font for the paragraph element. And you can see the preview here. Styling Google Fonts. You can style Google Fonts using CSS. As you can see in this code. In this example, we applied the text shadow property to customize the appearance of Google Fonts. You can observe the effect in this preview. Enabling font effects. Google also provides various font effects that you can use. First, add effect effect name to the Google Fonts API link. Then, add a special class name to the element that will use the effect. The class name always starts with font effect keyword and ends with the effect name. As you can see here, we have added to font effects naming neon and outline, so the class names will become font effect neon and font effect outline. As you can see here, we have applied these classes to these two elements, and you can see in this preview with respective effects have been applied. Font pairing rules. Font pairing involves choosing and using fonts that complement each other effectively in design. Here are some rules and considerations for font pairing. Contrast is key. Pair fonts that have contrasting styles. For example, pairing a serif font with a sans serif font often works well because of their inherent differences in letter forms. Hierarchy. Use different fonts to establish a clear hierarchy. For instance, use a bold and larger font for headings to differentiate them from body text. Consistency. Maintain consistency within each level of hierarchy. Use similar fonts for similar types of content to create a cohesive look. Similarity in mood. Ensure that the fonts convey a similar mood or feeling that aligns with the content and design aesthetics. Poppins and Roboto. Poppins and Roboto are two popular Google fonts that can be effectively paired together in design. As you can see in this code. And you can see the preview here. Font shorthand. To shorten the code, you can specify all the individual font properties in one shorthand property. The font property is a shorthand for the following properties: font style, font variant, font weight, font size or line height, and font family. Note that the font size and font family values are required. If any of the other values are missing, their default values will be used. Here you can see font shorthand property example. This font property value will result in the preview like this. And this font property value will result in the preview like this. This was all about the CSS fonts. Please check the video description for more information. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tutorial videos.